Hello and welcome, my three little piggies. How you doing today? We've got something big, bad, and juicy for you guys today. This is Chimps Mode, man. We're gonna be playing Chimps Mode on AnotherBrick. This is a toughie. It's because it's tough. It's a tough map. It's a tough mode, and it's not easy to do. But I'm gonna walk you guys through it, hopefully as efficiently and as wonderfully as I possibly can. And once we get kind of deep in there, man, once we're feeling good, I'll start telling you guys my story about my planted aquarium, which I'm kind of excited to talk to you guys about, and all of the crazy, stupid things that have happened to me to stop me from making my planted aquarium, and the anger that brews inside of me is going to get told to you guys. So starting off, dart monkeys. Alright, so we got a triple dart monkey start over here. I don't know the best positioning, but this seemed to work for me. Basically, we got the two dart monkeys on the right here, which are going to try to shoot down straight lines as much as they possibly can. And then the one in the back over here, surprisingly in an efficient spot, just because they're in sort of that weird little cornery area over there. He can hit blue balloons, and I think he can even kill green balloons if one of those guys sneaks through over here. So that's pretty nice. The first thing we do is we get a triple dart monkey. Triple dart monkey. Should I just say triple dart monkey or a triple dart monkey? Triple dart monkey. I don't know. It's a little bit weird to think about it, to be honest. But anyways, yeah, I don't know if you need him, but he just makes everything so much better. And don't forget, you can never sell him. This is Chimps Mode, guys. I know, it's kind of sad. So here we go. Green balloon. No. We can stop green balloons with this little baby dart monkey down here. It's awesome. So I'm going to be a little bit more in-depth with the strategy on this one because I realize that this one is so gosh darn difficult. So we need $970 to get Gwendolyn over here. We want to put Gwendolyn in a very specific spot over here, as far as you can, on like the right tippity-tuppity right corner of that little area over there. And the reason why is because we can still shoot down on the left side in fairly straight lines if we want to, but when we chase the balloons, we not only do we shoot in like a straight line down, we actually angle it a little bit to the left, and you're going to get the most efficient popping power that you can out of the balloons right here. And even on round 15, which is a difficult round, by the way, with all those pink balloons, we can indeed take them down. So by now, Gwendolyn's got her Molotov cocktail right here, and she's going to be able to take down the balloons even easier. But what we got to do is, of course, you guys know the drill. It's ninja time. So we're popping a ninja down here, and make sure, oh god, guys, make frickin' sure you got that ninja inside of the range of Gwendolyn. Alright, because he is going to be much more powerful if he's in the range. He's going to be very sadly unpowerful if not in that range. And the reason why we did the triple dart monkey over here on the right is because, again, we're powering them up with Gwendolyn right here. I really hope that they never change Gwendolyn and her ability to power up towers, because I feel like that's why she is so great as a hero here, is because she can power up everybody else that's already around her. So it kind of sucks because you really have to group up your towers a lot if you want them to be as efficient as they are. But at the same time, it's, I don't know, it can still, you can do a bunch of different varieties of towers over here. But also, the reason why we put Gwendolyn over here is because if we want to do a Buccaneer in range of Gwendolyn, we can still fit it inside of the puddle. So that's why this spot is actually fairly particular. Everything else, alright, as long as you just put it down on the screen within a reasonable spot over here, sure. But be very specific with those positionings. It's already on round 30 right now, and you can tell we're taking down all these balloons right here. So the next thing we want to get is, of course, high-level ninja. We're talking about 4th-tier ninjas over here, guys. He's beefy. He's strong. He's awesome. $2,970 over here, though. That's not exactly a cheap tower to get. So I realize that you're kind of waiting until to this point for a long time. It's a little bit scary to watch the balloons like almost sneak through right there, but it's well worth it to get a 4th-tier ninja. But now you need to start powering him up, of course, right? So you're probably going to want to get some sort of alchemist over here if you want to. But also, we probably need something that can pop the Moab class balloon. I mean, are we going to be able to pop it with just a ninja? Well, we're going to do our best here, guys. I'll show you the strategy as we move on. But before I get there, I want to start telling you guys a story about my planted tank. So first of all, I love animals. If you guys don't know, I absolutely love animals. I have a bunch of pets. My praying mantids just recently passed away. So sad. It makes sense. They're only supposed to live for about 6 months or so. They lived for about 5.5 months. So, and they all died, like, very similar to each other. Like, it was kind of crazy how they all died within, like, 4 or 5 days of each other. But I hope it's old age. I hope it wasn't disease or something like that. They seemed really healthy, and they lived a happy life, so I'm okay with that. And I know that they're only insects, and people think that insects can't be happy or whatever, but I feel like they can be, so I don't know, maybe I'm just making things up, but I feel like you can. So this is an interesting play, by the way. I'm going to be going for a top path Monkey Ace over here. I could not pop the Moab class Bloon here with any other strategy. You know, I tried the Buccaneer, Ninja, Alchemist, I tried with Gwendolyn, I tried all this other stuff. I tried even moving Gwendolyn closer to the bottom so I could throw the Molotov cocktail later. None of it worked. So even though it kind of sucks, what I'm doing is I'm getting a third tier Monkey Ace over here. He's got the missiles. He can end up doing some pretty hefty damage to the Moab class Bloon. You throw the cocktail down and boom, like not even close, it's dead. Like no worries whatsoever. And that's what you want to do for a Moab class Bloon, and that's what you want to do for a guide as well. You don't want to be questioning things like, oh crap, I followed everything you just did right there, and then I still lost. Oh. Yeah, of course. So we're going to try and do our best here, guys. Actually do a good job on this one. So by now, we've got the high-powered Alchemist, and right now, all he's really doing is powering up my Ninja. Like, the Dart Monkey doesn't really matter that they're getting powered up. But the next thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we got as many towers as we possibly can inside of the range of a monkey village. Watch this, we're going to get real fancy with it here, guys. So we're going to get a 002 monkey village over here. Alright, this is to make everything just a wee bit cheaper. I'm realizing that the 002 monkey villages really aren't that good, though. You know, like, they're nice to have around, but they're really not that good. So here we go, Super Monkey positioning. Again, because we put Gwendolyn in the exact perfect spot, we can fit the Super Monkey right next to these guys. And we can fit a second Monkey Village just above him over there. But as far as position goes, I would do it in that order. It's going to be really hard to put two Monkey Villages down and then somehow thread the needle with a Super Monkey. That's not easy to do. But what we want to do is we want to get camera detection for Gwendolyn, the Super Monkey, and for the Buccaneer. These are three towers that don't have automatic camera detection, and you can get it for two of them, but it's really just not worth it. So the next thing I was like, oh, how do I put the Alchemist in here in an efficient, fun, and great way? And there really wasn't a perfect way to do it, but realistically, I think, if I remember correctly, I'm just going to put it just above the Monkey Village over here, kind of on the top left area. And that should be able to power up both of those two towers, which are very, very important towers for me, by the way. So all the way up to a 4th tier Alchemist as soon as you can. You can go 402 if you want to, but really just a 4th tier is fine. I'm just trying to make sure that all of my towers are powered up at least as much as I possibly can. So 4th tier over here, and then you can start upgrading everything as you see fit. Keep in mind that you do have to beat all the way to round 100! So we don't want to just beat around 80. We don't just want to beat around 83 or 84. No, we have to go all the way. Beating to around 99 and then losing, well, we just wasted time. We didn't do anything, you know? We practiced something, we got better at it, but we didn't really do anything in the entire process right there. So that's why we have to do it this way. So, anyways, for a while, though, we're actually pretty much set. Like, I'm really not worried at all. We're going to get a Plasma Monkey here. Eventually, we're going to get an Aircraft Carrier, and all the way up to, I believe, we go up to the 5th tier Buccaneer as well. The Flagship Carrier. But you can tell with the Alchemist powering up my Ninja, he's super duper powerful. With the Alchemist powering up my Super Monkey, he's also super duper powerful. And they do have camera detection, so all the bases are basically covered. Alright? And right now, all we gotta do is we gotta wait for Big Bad Chris to come up to bat over here. And he's gonna hit a freaking Grand Slam. He's gonna hit a Grand Slam, man. That's all we need to do. Anyways, alright, let's talk about my aquarium. So, my aquarium. I have a fish tank, by the way. I do. I have a fish tank. I've got a beta fish. I've got a Plecostomus. I've got a Chinese algae eater as well, which is kind of weird to have both two algae eaters, but I feed them. I actually feed them food instead of just letting them eat the algae. And then I've got a couple other fish. I've got some zebrafish and some platies, and sadly, one of them recently passed away as well. One of my platies died, but I knew he was not looking too good. I think he got fish TB, which is kind of sad. There's nothing you can really do about that. It's just try and limit the stress as much as you possibly can. Like I checked all everything, and it seemed like everything was good. I even got my fish tank on a timer recently, so I don't mess up the amount of daylight they get. They always get 12 hours of daylight right now. It's just standard. It's actually kind of nice to have the little timer on that thing. Anyways, so I've got a fish tank, and I've never had real plants in my fish tank. I tried once when I had my tadpoles, alright? Once when I had my tadpoles. and it really didn't work out all that well. They died pretty quickly. Tadpoles ate part of it. They like ripped them out. They were bullfrog tadpoles. They were big and juicy, and they freaking ate the crap out of those plants. They're just like, get out of here. We don't want anything to deal with that. So please be a little bit careful over here, man. Round 63 is probably the biggest pain for you. Make sure you get your sun god going over here. Make sure you use your abilities properly. And if all goes according to plan, you should take down round 63 pretty easily. If you really, really need to, though, what you can do is you can get on round 63. If things really hit the fan, man, you can use a quick ice tower on the far left and just trying to lock those guys into place for a second, allowing everything to come back in time. Or you can just restart the game if you end up getting close to losing. Just exit out, restart, and do it again. But if you're going for the black chimps medal, that's not possible. So you might just want to replay it or play it safe, slow it down, and make sure you're doing everything properly. So recently, I started looking into a planted aquarium because everybody says a planted aquarium is so much healthier than a non-planted aquarium. It just helps with your keeping your fish happy. It helps with the nitrogen and just keeping all the cycles and the bacteria and everything just sort of proper in your aquarium. So I was like, okay, that sounds really interesting. It's more complicated, of course, but it sounds really interesting, kind of fun, and I kind of want to try it out. But the problem is it's difficult to do. Alright, what you can do is if you want to, you can make it sort of simple on yourself and just kind of throw a plant in the gravel and just hope that it survives for a little bit of time. But I don't want to just have a plant survive for just a little bit of time. I want to have it be like strong, like good. I want to have a good aquarium where I can literally just do nothing to the aquarium, just feed them every day, and that's it. No, I don't even want to do water changes or anything. Maybe cut the plants every once in a while, and that's just about it. That would be ideal for me. So I kind of looked into this, and it's actually quite complicated. Some people do like really high-quality, complicated tanks with like CO2 and like all this other junk and everything. Like I kind of want to try and stay away from that. I want to do a more natural approach. So I'm doing sort of a low-key, low-quality aquarium over here. So I got all the stuff necessary. I got the... And this is the weird thing about it. You can buy like really expensive soil on the internet for like a 5-pound bag. It's like $25. It's like, what? Like, that's insane. There's no way I'm spending that amount of money on, like, a bag of soil. So, people were saying instead what you can do is you can take a bag of topsoil and just rinse out the topsoil a crap ton. And eventually you're going to get, like a... I don't even know what to call it, just like a base soil that you can use on your thing that shouldn't be too cloudy or gross or weird or anything. So it's weird to think that you're just literally going to have soil in the bottom of your aquarium. It's hard for me to even process here, but I'm like, okay, let's do it. So what I did was I bought sand to put on top of the topsoil to sort of keep that layer kind of separated, I guess is the best way to put it. So what I want to do is I want to put dirt on the bottom, then I put a little bit of sand on top, and then they're supposed to have some plants, and then, oh god, okay, so I'm a little complicated here, guys. Then I bought a pack of seeds, alright? So I'm not sure if I did a good job on this. I don't know. The seeds were like $7 or something like that for some seeds, and they came with like 2 ounces of seeds, so that's like a pretty good amount. I mean, there was 100,000 seeds in here. They're just freaking tiny, dude. 100,000 seeds or something. So, I get the soil all ready, I put the sand on there, and I sprinkle the seeds on top. Alright, everything's going good. My plants are starting to grow. And keep in mind that when you're like planting all these plants and everything, when I'm doing this stuff, okay, let me reverse a little bit. The soil itself took me about a week to make, because what I did was I rinsed it out in a bucket, and then I dumped it out on a tarp, and I let it sun dry. And then I put it back in the bucket, and then I rinsed it out again, and got all the junk out, and then I poured it back out on the tarp. And I did that 3 times, so it took me about a week to let it dry, and put it back, and dry, and put it back, and dry. I'm not sure if it was worth the effort, but I was hoping that these people on the internet knew the heck they were talking about. So I put the soil in the tank and everything, and put the sand in, I put the seeds in, and my plants are growing. This is awesome. It's only about maybe 70%, 60% of the seeds started growing, which I felt was a pretty bad germination rate. But even so, it looked pretty good, so I was pretty happy, you know? The seeds are really tiny, so I kind of expected the germination rate to be at least a little bit on the rough side. Normally, like 90 to 95% is pretty good. If you get anything higher than that, you're doing a great job, you know? By the way, we're on round 80 right now, and just check out my defense. Sun God, aircraft carrier. Those are my two main towers right now. Alchemist kind of all over the place. And then I've got $21,000. So you're going to have to decide what you want to do with your money right here. Do you want to go, excuse me, do you want to go for a Grandmaster Ninja? Do you want to go for some wizard action? Do you want to go for some higher level super monkeys? It's kind of up to you guys. But what I decided to do is I went for the highest tier aircraft carrier. Then, watch this sick, nasty action here, guys. Now we're going to cut some bricks over here on the left, and we're going to get ready for some wizard action. Because wizards can see through walls. One of the only towers that can see through walls. You can put monkey aces or helipads over here on the left. You can put wizards over here. Or even alchemists, for some odd reason, can see through walls. So, I don't know. I'm not sure. There might be some other towers I'm forgetting about, or some certain upgrades I'm forgetting about. But this is like the basic way that you want to do it, man. Pop down your alchemist right here. You know, have him power up a wizard. If you want to, get at least a 4th tier. But if you really want to go big on it, man, if you want to go ham on it, go for that Grandmaster Ninja. So this is the Moab Pop-Pop. This is why I put him over here. Because now he just annihilates the Moab class balloons. Everybody else just cleans everything up as soon as they get over here to my big pile of destruction over here on the right. Okay, so where are we at right now? I've got the seeds growing. I've got the plants coming in. Everything's looking good. I'm happy with my planted tank. And now, it's time to finally fill it up with water. So the way you do it is you don't actually fill the tank all the way up with water when these plants are growing, because the seeds kind of float a little bit. So instead what you do is you fill it up just to where you have mud on the bottom. It's weird. It's not dirt. It's literally like a pile of mud on the bottom of your thing. So, it was kind of gross to think about it, because like it's in my house and everything. It's literally just mud in my house. It's kind of weird. But I dealt with it. I'm like, okay, we're gonna do fine here, man. Everything's kind of good, I guess. So I was thinking about where I want to put my next wizard, and I think I just decided right next to my other alchemist. It's already going to get powered up over here. I decided to just chop this thing down. It is $1,000, but it's going to be in a better position, hopefully, because it can hit both sides over here on the just to the right of me, and before they actually sneak through all the way in the bottom down there, we can still see them over there as well. DDT is coming out for the first time on round 90, by the way, so be careful here. This can be a painful level indeed, my friends. There we go, but we annihilate him anyways. No big deal. Get out of here. Get out of here. So I finally start filling up my tank with water. And everything is good. Everything looked great. I filled it up really, really slow. I'm really happy with how it's looking. Everything's going great. I come down the next morning, and I noticed that there's water on the thing. I'm like, wow, did I really spill that much water? That's kind of weird. So I soak up all the water. I'm like, I can't even believe I left this out overnight. And then I wake up, and then I come back down like later that night. I'm like, oh crap, there's more water. No, it was leaking, and I didn't know where it was leaking from. It was such a small leak, but it was enough where you can't just leave it. So I spent about a month on this planted tank so far, guys, with all the soil and waiting for the seeds to grow. It took me about maybe 2 to 3 weeks for the seeds to grow to a reasonable level where I could fill up the tank. So a pretty long time, to say the least. It's leaking. So what I do is I take it outside, I take out all the water again, and I'm trying to find this leak. I take it outside, I get the hose out, I have to fill it up again to try and find the leak. I still was having a hard time finding it, so I left it kind of like completely up there. Eventually, I found it. Oh, there's the leak. Perfect. Wonderful. So I tried to fix it with just some random caulk that I had. And I did. I was able to fix it with the caulk. Kind of in a weird, stupid-looking way because it was white caulk when you're supposed to use clear caulk, so it looks stupid. But as long as it's good, right? But in the process, I had to fill it up, I had to take it out, I had to fill it up, I had to take it out, and in the process of all of that, I screwed up the entire thing. All of my plants basically didn't die, but they all got uprooted or got messed up in some way. They looked okay, but the problem was the dirt. Sand is heavier than dirt, and all the sand kind of went to the bottom of the tank. So now I just had another big chunk of soil with a bunch of weird-looking dead plants everywhere, and an aquarium that just wasn't good. So I wasted an entire month of my time. So then I was like, okay, well now I have to buy more seeds and do everything all over again. So I try my absolute best here to get the soil all set up and everything. Basically, I tried to salvage the soil. I somehow magically separated soil and sand, guys. This was a toughie, by the way. It was not easy to do, but I did it. I managed it. So here we go. Make sure when you do round 99, you've got your ninja set up to slow these things down, man. 'Cause here we go, round 100 already. Woo! And here's the bad balloon, dude. So I ended up popping an extra super monkey over here up to plasma. And one of the main things, though, is if you're trying to kill the bad balloon, it's the best way to do it is actually with this 5th tier cannon over here, the Moab Exterminator. He is unbelievably powerful. It does like 3,000 damage every time he does it, so we're doing like 6,000, you know, maybe almost half of the damage just to the bad balloon right here with the Moab Exterminator, not including all the other things. And the reason why I did him especially because I did a lot of wizard damage over here, and wizards are surprisingly not good against him. And we do end up taking this thing down in Chimps mode. Maybe I'll finish the story another day, but basically I got my tank set up again. It's not done yet, but we're still working his magic over here. I'll tell you guys about it when I finally get it done. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and of course have a super duper delicious day.